Saka Pets YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Let us make some oven jerk chicken. Hello my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen for yet another amazing recipe. I really hope you've been enjoying the content that's been coming consistently. We've literally successfully uploaded a video every single day of June. Woohoo! Anyways, if you've stuck it out and you've been here for the entire month, thank you so much. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. So first, I'm gonna work on that homemade jerk seasoning to make that jerk chicken. So as you can see, I've got all my ingredients on screen: onions, garlic, spring onions, browning, sugar, black pepper, lemon, cinnamon powder, nutmeg, all that good stuff. And then I'm just gonna clean everything and put it into my food processor, and then we're just gonna let it blend up for about a minute until it's smooth. Make sure to add a little bit of oil, that will help with blending it up. And I don't really add any salt or seasonings to mine. I prefer to add it to the meat itself and then put the marinade on top. But yes, darlings, once the marinade was ready, we'll set it to one side and we're gonna season up that chicken. As you can see, my beautiful pot of jerk is ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in my clean and washed chicken drumsticks to a bowl. I cleaned it with lemon juice, vinegar, and cold water. Let it soak for a bit before seasoning it up. I did put some slits in the chicken, which will help for all the marinade and all the flavors to go all the way deep down in the bone. Okay, and then once everything was ready, I like to go in with my oil, a little bit of salt, black pepper, mixed herbs. I like to just add in some all-purpose seasoning as well, and I'm gonna add a generous amount of my jerk seasoning that we just made. Not really any special amount, I just like to add a generous amount of it. And then we're gonna rub it in, probably add a little bit more because you cannot have too much. And then you can let it marinate overnight, or if you have lots of time, you can leave it for a day or two. I'm only gonna give mine maybe a couple of minutes or hours, depends on how much time I have that day. For best results, give it a couple of hours. Once it was ready, I pop it into the oven for about an hour, and this is pretty much how I do my jerk. So once it was fully seasoned, I put it in my baking dish. Oven is preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, and after about half an hour, this is how it's looking. I like to just go ahead and baste it using this turkey baster just to pour all the juices back onto the chicken, and then we're going to push it into the oven again for another 20 minutes. Okay, this is pretty much how I do it. 30 minutes in at once, then 20 minutes, and then we're going to take it out so that we can drain off all of the extra liquid so we can make a gravy. So this is it after a total of 50 minutes, 50. And then I'm just going to go ahead and baste it one more time before draining off all of those juices into a cup. We're going to use that to make our sauce later on. Yes, darlings, go ahead and just drain off all of the sauce. And then we're just going to pop it back into the oven to just rest while we are working on the sauce, okay? So this is my sauce in a cup, and then in a pan I went in with my all of those juices. Okay, gonna add in a little barbecue sauce, and I'm also gonna add in a little bit of brown sugar. If you have honey and you prefer that, it's up to you, but yeah, that's gonna give it a nice little sweetness, plus all of those savory flavors from the jerk and the little spice as well. A beautiful balance. Okay, gonna let that simmer on low for a good 3 to 5 minutes, just on low heat. You don't want a high heat. On low heat for 3 to 5 minutes, and once it's reduced a bit, it should look something like this. So flavorful, so delicious. Yes, my darlings, this is pretty much the sauce all done. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and just set it to one side. We're just gonna garnish off our beautiful jerk chicken. It was in the oven, so you know, this is pretty much how it looks. And yes, my love, so delicious, so tasty. Honestly, I make jerk chicken once a week because my son is obsessed with it. It was the first thing he had that had spice, and from since then he can manage a little bit of heat. So yeah, so delicious. I am also serving it with some rice and peas, boiled corn, and some coleslaw, and this was just dinner all sorted. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next one. This is the final plate, of course. It's looking absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching.